Martinsville, and we are here in the late model stock, just running the fixed series, so it's 45 laps, no cautions. We are car number 2. This thing barely split, so there's only 12 of us in here. Hopefully that means we're going to have a good, clean race. And as usual with these cars, just a ton of grip. But I think, yeah, let's clip the apron there. I think we're going to want to be not too hard on the right front. I think you will start to fall off towards the end. You're driving it in really hard, though I don't know how good I'm going to be at trying to save with this. I put in a qualifying lap here. That was not a very good lap. 944, it should be alright. Not going to be the fastest out here. There's like the 10 car and the 12 car are both really quick. They were quicker than me in practice, or the 10 car at least was. So we may be like 4th or 5th fastest here, if even that. It's going to be a slightly better lap. 882, that's personal best in fact. It puts us at the top of the board to start with. Will we stay there? I don't know. I'm pretty sure the 10 ran a .8 in practice. The open practice. It looks like he just gets a 933 unless he has another lap to do. Nope. One car still has to go, the 12 car still has to go, the 11 was really quick as well. So we may end up still getting beat. But for now, that was a good lap, surprisingly. See if we can hang on. 45 laps here, no cautions. Hopefully it'll be a clean one. If we can start on the pole, that'd be fantastic for us to at least be able to survive the start. But if we start to fall off later, people coming past us, we could still be in trouble. Who knows, though? One car puts in a 22.5, so that's not a real lap. I wonder if he's just warming his tires up or something this first lap, and he'll jump to the top of the board. No, he does a 907. That'll put him P4. 3 car does a .9. And right now, just the 5 and the 12 haven't gone yet. And we're looking like we might be able to hang on to the pole. Really like the paint scheme I have for this. Very simple, but it's got the Thunderbird stickers on the front. I thought was pretty cool. And this color of red, this like deep cherry, I really like it. I think it looks really good with this black roof as well. I am a fan of this one. Don't need anything too crazy or fancy. And since I am not very good at painting, it works out for me that I like the simpler stuff anyway. I can't paint anything too crazy. My craziest paint scheme right now probably is the Craftsman truck. And I didn't really do anything crazy with that. I pretty much cheated the whole thing to make it look like that. But it looks complicated, so that's cool. Yeah, the way I go about complicated schemes is not like actually designing it. For the truck, I just had like a simple rectangle thing with a stripe down the middle, and then I blurred it where the edges were like exploded and pixelated, and then I turned the opacity down and then like duplicated it and then rotated it a bit and then rotated it a bit and like had 10 different layers of that just single stripe, but they're overlapping and they're like transparent slightly, so it makes it look like there's a whole bunch of different stuff going on, especially with the jagged edges when I blurred them. So that's how that scheme came about. Makes it look a lot more complicated than it actually is. And since it's so like wild and all over the place, I don't have to worry about lining anything up. It's kind of the same situation with my Zebra GR86 car. If it doesn't line up, it still looks fine because that's kind of just the way the scheme is. But we hold on for the pole, which is awesome. Was not expecting that. We're running 12-to-1 on the ratio, 49.5. You're not getting this thing loose at all. I'm just worried about not pushing too bad on entry because I think it's going to get hard to control out of the corner.
Fuel to finish the race. The estimated SOF is 2,850. We expect to be fighting for the podium.
It's going to get really tight out of the corner, which is what I'm worried about. So I'm trying to make it so I don't overdrive entry too much and could just roll the center without having to wait. But we'll try and get a good jump here, get a good gap to the field, and if anybody is fast enough to come past us, then that's just the way it goes. Gonna have to sit here for a full minute, looks like, though. Martinsville at night. I swear they did a graphic update on this track. The surface just looks a slightly bit different. I don't know, it could just be completely in my head, but I feel like they've updated it. Not sure. "45 laps, no cautions." We're going to go ahead and turn off tires and everything else and just get the fast repair. Hopefully we don't need that. It'd be really bad if we needed that after starting in the pole. We'll do what we can. Probably just try and go early, try and get a good jump, and try and get the field spread out. And we'll probably end up catching some lap traffic before the end of this just because this is such a short track. So that could be dangerous. And we'll go out here and try and lead some laps. I don't think we're going to be quick enough to win it. I think we're going to be not taking care of the tires like we need to. We will see, though. I'll do my best, obviously. First up is getting a good jump, though, and that could be tricky here. Just gonna do what we can. Got the 11 starting behind us. 3 car to our outside. They could get jumbled up with people trying to get to the bottom lane as well. Since this is such a one lane, you have to be on the bottom type of track. People warming up their tires. I'm not going to worry about it. Oops. Apologies, I bumped the mic there.
Alright, man, we're going green next time. Bye.
Alrighty. Wonder if first gear is fine to start with. Probably. But I'm not going to worry about it. We're in the best position to get the best possible start.
Get ready.
Start zones are not enabled.
Alright, man. 8 cars in.
Decent start.
Green, green, green.
Try and get it in the corner here. Well, must have braked.
What the hell are you doing, dude?
Must have braked a little early there. Sorry, I was trying to slow down for the corner. I must have slowed down a little bit too much.
No, you're good. The one just ran in there and flat wrecked me if I didn't move out of the way.
Oh. I was worried that was my fault, slowing down more than I was expecting, or needed to, because we're on the start there, but it sounded like he just got ran over. So that's alright, for us at least. We'll see if we can put in some decent laps here. They're going to be racing side by side, which is going to help us.
You just hit the fastest lap.
And they're going to be using up more tire racing side by side as well, which is going to help us long run. And looks like they're getting spun back there. The one car gets through. He might have been doing the spinning, I don't know. See if we can pull away from them. The 11 is on pit road now. Try to be nice and smooth. Don't need to push it too hard. Clear track behind us, but they're not battling anymore, so they're not going to be slowed down.
You just hit the fastest lap.
One car apologizes about lap 1 there. It's tricky because you're going into the corner a little bit slower than a normal lap because you're not fully up to speed yet, haven't just started. So you sometimes drive it in deeper than you expect or slow down more than you expect. You're not into that rhythm yet. So you could have just overdriven it, got into the back of them accidentally. It's at about 1.3, 1.4 back. We'll see if we can continue to maintain or stretch that, or we might fall off. We don't need to be clipping the apron, but it's not really going to get us any looser. I don't feel like I'm doing good things to my right front. Gains a 10th on us, so we get it a little bit back. Splitter's kind of hitting the ground on corner entry too. I can hear it, but it's not really affecting the handling. Felt like I was really slow through the center that time, but we are maintaining. As long as we can keep doing that, I think that's perfect entry. I don't know if it's quickest, but I don't feel like we're using the right front at all doing it like that. Nah, he's catching us. He's catching us. The gearing is so low too, it feels so bogged down. Even though we are hitting the chip at the end of the straightaway, these cars just don't feel super quick here. We got the 8 car. Maybe some contact, saw some smoke.
Quite sure was trying to prove there, 11, you're a lap down.
Some contact with the 11, perhaps. Alright. He's slightly quicker than us, behind us. Just need to not make any mistakes. Try and get it through the corner as quick as I can. But if I push too hard and clip the wall out of the corner, that is going to be the end. Not sure how I can go any faster than I am right now, though. 2.5 back to the 3. Gained some back there on him.
Alright, man, that car is a lap down.
See how much trouble the 8 is to get around. Hopefully not too bad. That was a bad entry there. We'll see how much we fall off, if we fall off at all, on that right front. Hopefully the one will fall off a bit, but I don't know. That felt like a good corner, but we're still 1.1. At least these cars are so planted, you're not really prone to making mistakes on entry. But with how tight they are, you can definitely push out a little too wide and grab the wall on exit if you're not careful. Have to get around the 8 at some point. He goes wide into turn 1 there. We've not caught him yet. The speed difference is just so small throughout the field. Alright, that doesn't hurt our exit too bad, thankfully.
All clear, all clear.
We maintain the gap to the 1. And we got the 12 on the F3 coming up.
Alright, man. Halfway.
Just got to halfway. 12 is still 9 seconds up, so we won't be seeing him for a while, if at all. I don't feel like I got on throttle quick enough there. We're still 1.1 though.
We have 20 laps to go at the line.
20 to go. Just keep it smooth. Keep it smooth, keep it safe. Nice and steady. Don't need to try and push any harder. We're maintaining the gap, doing exactly what we're doing. Just need to not get out of control of myself. Start throwing it into the corner all willy-nilly. I'm trying to get more on exit than I should. He gained some on us that time though. At least it looked like he did. He might be starting to enter the corner a bit harder to try and gain some, but I think he's losing it back on exit. Still 1.1. That was a bad corner. All right. 15 to go. Need these laps to get done quicker. It's taking too long. Not quick enough. He's starting to gain on us. He is starting to gain. Got down to 0.9. He's not gaining fast. Alright, he's back to 0.1 or 1.1. That was a terrible entry there. Should still get an okay exit though, thankfully. Okay, that felt like a good entry and exit. .9. 1.0.
10 to go.
10 laps to go. Oh, bad corner there. Massive push.
Stopped up high.
Got a car stopped up high, apparently.
Cars lap down.
Don't see anybody. That's the 12, 5 seconds up. The guy who was stopped might have reset. We're back to 1.2 now. Must have had a bad corner. Nice and stable. .4 back to the 3. He's actually pulled in a little bit. It's just speed difference and tire fall off is not huge with these cars with this short of a race. So there's not a whole lot anyone can gain, which is perfect for us because we're in the lead. Nice and smooth. We're starting to pull away from them now, slightly. We're maintaining 1.1 and 1.2 now instead of 1.1 and 1.0, and sometimes 0.9. I'll take a nice boring one where we lead all the laps. That's for sure.
5 to go at the line.
Much more fun than
Position.
nice and boring where you're in like 20th or 16th like we were last night in the Die Dark Pepper series. Less than 5 to go. Didn't feel like a good entry, but I feel like we can get off the corner just fine either way.
Alright, man, that car is a lap down.
We got the 12 coming up.
2 laps to go.
2 to go. And that was probably our worst corner of the race. Coming to the white flag.
1 more lap to win.
Nice and smooth. One car really drove it in deep back there. But a little bit too far of a gap for him to make up at this point with half a lap left. We're going to come around and get ourselves get the pole, lead every lap, and win. I'll take that for sure. Absolutely. Don't get those often.
You drove a great race.
That was fun. Weren't really racing anybody, but we were trying to maintain the gap on the 3 and the 1. And glad we survived the start, and that was a good one. I will take it. I will take it. Good race. Good race. And they're all... He apologizing for that turn 1 thing, and he said no worries, so... Looks like we're all good, just having a good race. Top 3. The starts here are just so tricky with how stacked up and everyone is and how tight the corners are. But hey, I won a race. That's cool. First one of Season 4. Hopefully not the only one, but it certainly is possible. We get a decent start, and let's see. Yeah, he just drove it in deep to try and get on the inside ahead of the 11. And he gets into the side of the 3. I don't think they got a 4X for that even. Maybe. 3 has a 4X, but the 1 doesn't. 3 falls back to 5th here, but he manages to get back up to 3rd. Oh, because some contact. I forgot the 11 got spun around there. Yeah, a little contact there. The one kind of comes in. And then 3 trying to go to middle, 3 wide, and that tags the back of the 11. That spins him to the inside, and that is why he is wrecked. And then the 1 grabbing wall on entry. Then the 11, who's a lap down to this point, just driving through the 8, and you could see why the 8 would be upset with that. And then the 12, he's getting tight. I was worried we would. What were our tires there at the end? 76, 85, so. I mean, it felt, I didn't feel a change in the tires at all. These things just have crazy amount of grip. 8 stays nice and wide for us, gets into the wall. We get around him, no problem. 10 car, what was he running? He was really fast in practice, but he runs a 19.9, and then he's in the 20s, and he's grabbing the wall on entry there, and oh, and the 11 and the 8, and everyone's coming together. Huge wreck. That was messy. That takes the 8 out. And that's it. So, that one little wreck, and then the issue at the beginning, and then the 8 getting spun, and that is pretty much all that occurred out there. We run in the 20s, 20.1s, pretty much from lap 23 all the way to the end. And we were running 20.0s for 10 laps before that, and then we're running some 19.9s. So not a ton of fall off. That's like 2/10 of fall off throughout the whole race. That's crazy. 19.9 to 20.1 for the entire time. There's just no fall off, so we just had to not make mistakes. We could have stayed ahead of the 1, which we did. And I'll take it. We get 45 laps led, we get the pole, we get the win. And yeah, that's nice. Thanks for watching.